An investigation into employee retention and how important it is to organisations in order to have a talented workforce. The research proposal project is based on Company X. They wish to remain anonymous. They're a high-profile retailer in the high street fashion fields. The issue of retention is important for them as they need to have a strong, talented workforce in order to continue to grow internationally and keep their competitive advantage. They experience high turnover and the issue needs to be dealt with. The definition of retention is the retaining of the current, future expected high-performing talent within organisations for long periods of time. There are multiple things that can affect it. The retention rationale. The research is important as retention is essential for the company in order to create long-term business plan, succession plan. It also will change organisational culture. Staff will feel the company wants to invest in them and they will become more loyal. Thirdly, employees are the foundation of any company. It is important to research the best way to retain them. Having high staff satisfaction will lead to increased morale and productivity as well as increased retention rates. Failing to retain an essential employee will cost the company resources as they have developed and trained them and now they have to pay to replace them. Retention is key to the long-term health and success of any organisation. The performance of employees often linked directly to the quality of work, customer satisfaction, increased product sales, and even the image of the company. Right. Research, design and methodology. Surveys. The example population will be within Company X. The study is of an exploratory nature. Even though the sample size is small, it is advantageous in the fact that reliable insight into the company will be given. Non-probability, also known as non-random sampling, according to Wilson, will be used. It is associated with higher response rates and is more cost effective. This technique is ideal for this research as it is best suited for looking at small samples. A sample of participants' cases does not need to be completely random, however. Clearly defined reasoning is needed for the inclusion of some individuals' cases rather than others. Data. In order to understand and build a better understanding about how Company X addresses the issue of retention and how it therefore impacts quality of talent acquired, surveys have been chosen. This is the best way to achieve the goal. The surveys will be sent out by mail and electronically through the intranet of the company to all participating individuals. An issue that could arise by choosing survey as a method is that there could be a low response rate and could not be as detailed. Stage 2 interviews. There is no specific criteria for an individual to fall under to take part in an interview within the company. It needs to be spread in all levels of the organisation. As said before, it can't be non-random due to the small sample size. There's no set number of interviews that need to be completed. However, the final number of participants will be determined when the saturation point has been reached. This refers to the point in which the research process has no new information being discovered in the data, and this signals that data may cease. Data collection. The data will be gathered through a series of unstructured interviews with individuals from various different departments. The data will be recorded electronically through voice recorders and then will be transcribed. An error which can occur during this is wording being changed, which can cause loss of clarity. Secondary data on the topic of retention has been obtained through the use of books and journals. Data analysis. Qualitative data is discovery orientated. The analysts use the collected data to generate theories and ideas. It's based on inductive reasoning, which is the type of thinking that consists of identifying patterns in collected data to reach conclusions. There is no definitive approach to carrying out qualitative data analysis. It is commonly viewed as an easier option to conduct, but however has a large workload. When the data is being transcribed, research patterns emerge at this stage. Presentation of research. Due to the nature of the research, a subjectivist interpretive style is being adopted. This is best suited as the research to understand it. An inductive approach is being taken over a deductive approach because it will use current frameworks and theory to build upon. Data is qualitative as it looks at descriptive data. Quantitative data would not be suitable as it looks more at testing theories and predictions and deals with more numerical data. Exploratory nature of research is going to be used because it is useful in understanding employee management concerns or beliefs. It is also most suitably linked with qualitative data. The research design that is most suited is to be a case study, as the company is looking at one branch of the company that's being researched. It's best for this as it looks at teams, individuals. It is also complementary to the qualitative data in exploratory research. Non-probability, as mentioned before, will be used due to small sample, and you cannot do random sampling. It needs to be precise. Motivation. This is going into the theory literature. There's many different theories of motivation. The aim definition is motivation aims to encourage staff to do their best. There are various different theories on the topic. One of the most well-known theories is Hesberg. He found that there was two factors that influence employees, and that was motivators and hygiene factors. It was found that eliminating the hygiene factors does not solve the issue of motivation, and that the motivators need to be activated to truly motivate the staff. The talent management life cycle. This has been chosen as it is an important part in order to help retention. The aim of talent management life cycle is to allow HR professionals to see what they should be doing in order to secure talent. It is important to recognise talent from within the employee pool by identifying talent the company can further train with clear progression paths and opportunities. The key themes of talent management life cycle is to how to effectively recruit, select and induct employees, how to manage performance and offer learning and development. During the recruitment process, it is essential to select the right person. This will save problems later on, because if the right person is selected in the first place, it will cause less levels of turnover in the future. Testing methods should be used to make sure they are the right fit. It is important to sell the company at this point by offering attractive benefits packages and incentives, as well as the selection process. The induction process is a key factor in making sure that the employee transitions effectively into the workplace, as if they're not given a proper instruction, it can lead to problems later on. Job descriptions, recruitment, selection and orientation are the foundations of retention. If a good foundation is not prepared for the employees, organisations cannot expect them to stay. Retention strategies. Retention strategies aim to retain staff within a company by designing a plan policy. They refer to the plans and means and a set of decision-making behaviour created by companies to retain their competent workforce for performance. Retention strategies can vary depending on the company. First of all, it is important that Company X find out the reasons employees are leaving. This can be done by having exit interviews. Key themes: to keep staff and reduce recruitment costs. to build a talented workforce, and to make staff feel valued so they stay in the company. Retention is improved when employees are often offered compensation and benefits, have a supportive work culture, can develop and advance and balance work and life activities. According to research done by FISNs, it is realised that employee retention is not affected and influenced by a lone factor. However, there are many different factors which hold responsibility. Management and Company X need to take notice of factors such as compensation, rewards, job security, training and development, relationship with supervisors, work environment, and organisational justice/policies. Gregory P. Smith lists the following attributes as essential in order for an organisation to have high retention levels: clearly defined organisational direction and purpose, caring management, flexibility and benefits, open, straightforward communication, energetic and enthusiastic work environment, effective performance appraisals, rewards and recognition, training and development, paying competitive wages, respecting employees, and retention bonuses. At the end of the day, it is important to base retention strategies around employees and to make HR policies around employees, because employees are the foundation of any company, and when employees are treated correctly, it will make more people want to come and work for the company, which will increase the talent pool that they have.